Today was a crazy day. I saw this International Space Station crossing the moon, and I thought to myself, how come it's only about a quarter of the size of a plane crossing the moon? Seems like it'd be much smaller than that, especially when we look at the size comparison and see that both an airplane and the International Space Station are about the same size as a football field. And then you look at a football field from an airplane window and you realize that it looks pretty small from there. So then I wonder, is this really 250 miles away? Then I thought to myself, well, it can't be fake because I can go on YouTube and watch the live stream of the ISS coursing across the face of the Earth. And someone obviously took this picture, and I know you can track it, and there's people who see it all the time, but the live feed footage doesn't look much higher than a weather balloon. And we all know most satellites are launched by balloon. So then I came across this thing, which is a US patented triangular spacecraft that uses what is called unconventional spacecraft propulsion systems, which is a spacecraft having a triangular hull with vertical electrostatic line charges on each corner that produce a horizontal electric field parallel to the sides of the hull. This field interacting with a plane wave emitted by the antennas on the sides of the hull generates force per volume, combining both lift and propulsion. Then I find out that these electrostatic propulsion systems are used in satellites. Then I start to look into electrostatic levitation. What? Then I find out about the electrostatics in our atmosphere, that it has an equipotential increase of 100 volts per meter, which could possibly be the reason for the downward bias of things trying to seek equilibrium on the ground. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I figure out that liquid oxygen is actually magnetic. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. If liquid oxygen is magnetic and frozen oxygen is this beautiful sky blue, then does liquid oxygen somehow interact with this electrostatic orbital electromagnetic field? I don't know. Wait, what? Then I found this thing, a toroidal field made out of copper and stones. All of a sudden, he hangs this golden necklace over it, and it starts orbiting. Oh, have you seen the path of the ISS over the flat Earth? Yeah, that's the path it takes. The International Space Station path over the flat Earth. It's a toroidal field. I don't know. This is why they don't want us to do our own research, because simply just asking a question about this sent me on this whole rabbit trail of finding a lot of other things that may be... Whoa, Viper! I almost got done with the video, but then guess what you did? You screamed at me! What do you want? What? Hold on. What'd you just say to me? Anyway, hey, could this thing possibly be orbiting a different way? Could the firmament be scientifically explained?
Oh, that good vibes guy is talking a lot of good information there. Leave your thoughts. And someone's friend filmed this on their phone. Oh, and this trick there was on the wrong side of the plane. Look at this. What is that now? What type of activity is that? Oh my god. Is that some rocket being launched to the firmament, or what is that? Oh, and this guy is probably think that's the coolest thing they have seen on Earth, you see? But from this side of the world, we see cool things like, not like these ones, but in the nature we see cool stuff, you see? Like you can, for example, see even elephants there bonding with lions or gazelles, and you just see the compassion, and it's just incredible. You can stay there for even 1 hour and just marvel at the goodness of God. You see, because these creations is just amazing, man. Just like yourself, you are just a wonderful soul. Even if you have watched up to this far, hit the like button. You see, that's a good vibes gesture that only comes out of the heart.
Did you know this hair hack? If you have frizzy hair, just get an aluminum foil and start brushing it on your hair and it will get rid of all the frizz. What? I didn't know of this, but it makes sense, I guess, because aluminum is metals and frizz is like electromagnetic things. Look at how good it works. Stop. Have you tried this? Because I need to try it. Wow.
Oh, did you know that? Huh? Oh, who made that stuff? Good people of Earth. Hmm?
If you get out of this car, Donald, if you shut that door, we're done. We're breaking up. I'll give you the ring back, all of it. That door, don't shut. Donald! Are you being... Donald. Donald, are you being serious? Don't shut... Oh my gosh. Open the door. How dare you? Don't open... You think you're gonna close it? So he thinks this is funny. What is this, a joke to you? You think you're just gonna like slam that? Yeah, practice that golf swing. You're gonna be practicing alone. Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
You know what?
You done?
No, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not leaving. You're not leaving. We're staying together.
So that was for nothing? Like you said all of that, like this door shut, done. What happened? What happened to that?
I've changed my mind. You're being absolutely too ridiculous. Donald, what are you doing? Oh my gosh! Fine.
Okay. Is that good?
Fine.
That was easy. We're good. I'm gonna have to replace the door now, but worth it. So we good?
Take me home.
Take you home. We're done. That's
Take
it.
me home, Donald. Now.
What? You changed your mind?
Put your butt in the seat, close the door, and take me home.
Wet. All that for nothing. Knew it couldn't have been that simple. Still slam the door.
Oh, you must full of good vibes.
Please
man.
watch this video if you want to understand why the past few days you felt tired and just you want to do nothing and just the world you once knew is falling away. It's gone. We are experiencing the last few days, the last few weeks in the old matrix. The old paradigm, the old vibrational frequency, the old way of being is no longer what we can live in. We have been existing on the vibration of fear and doubt and separation and control. This planet has been shifting back into the vibration of love and peace and oneness and abundance and just flow. You haven't been feeling like doing anything because you're trying to operate in the old model. You're trying to do things in ways that you have always done them, and that is not what is being asked of you right now. We are going into a world where life won't be about how much money you make and everything that you have. This system was designed and put in place for a reason. The simple reason to enslave your spiritual and divine energy. The good guys have already won. This has been at play behind closed doors for multiple years, and now it is finally coming to the surface for full disclosure to the population. I believe, and I strongly believe, because for once I can feel it. I know people say conspiracy theorists are always saying, oh, it's gonna happen soon, and then 10 years go by. But I very strongly believe this is all gonna happen in the spring. The spring is a welcoming of a new cycle, and we are quite literally welcoming a new world, a new way of being, and it's so fucking exciting. I know there's a lot of uncertainty and unknown, but this is literally why we reincarnated here, to witness this, to be part of this. I know you feel like doing nothing right now, but offer yourself that grace. Do not be hard on yourself and stop trying to check all your check boxes and get your routines in order. This world is falling apart. Another big thing is happening, and it's gonna hit very soon. I am not saying this in any way to scare you, but just to make you aware. Stop trying to operate in the old paradigm of getting things done and working hard and controlling and figuring it out. It's not gonna last very long. Its time is up now. You are allowed to enjoy your last few moments in the Matrix, because we're never gonna experience this again. And I know it sounds hard to believe, and maybe I am completely insane. But if you want to tell me that you haven't gotten to this point of the video, because maybe, yeah, you have been feeling fucking weird. Because maybe, yes, this planet is shifting vibrational frequencies, and the news isn't talking about it because the media has been controlled by the people who don't want this to happen. And it's happening. really fucking fast. So at this stage, you can have goals, but don't beat yourself up for it. You can put routines in place, but only because it makes you feel genuinely good, only because you enjoy every part of that routine. Trust yourself. Get to know yourself, honor yourself. And it doesn't have to look in a super spiritual way where you're spending your whole time meditating and you're doing a bunch of fasts and cleanses. Even if that's what you feel called to do, then fucking do it. But I've been watching a little bit more TV than I should. I've been having some croissants. I've been going on walks, very long walks. And I feel so much better. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, these past few days have felt very overwhelming and chaotic. And when I say I wanna do nothing, like, I want to do things, but it's almost as if I can't. So maybe, yes, you can offer yourself this time to slow down and welcome and just be. Because pretty soon, we will not be in the world of doing. We will be in the world of being. I love you guys. Get excited.
Oh man, much love to everybody.
Check this out, you guys. Look at this. This was filmed in Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul in Brazil. Look at this, is in real time. Y'all see that? That shit is crazy in real time. How does that happen? Our life is a movie. Check it out.
We need more light. We'll never find him this way.
The Truman Show.
What time is it?
It's way too early for that.
That's the moon. He's on the moon.
Son.
Y'all saw the moon too?
What time is it?
You see, our life is literally a movie. Every movie is literally telling us about our lives. This is why we can relate to it. That was the movie The Truman Show. Great movie if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend it. It's called The Truman Show because there's only a few true men amongst these NPCs. This is why you feel like you're in a world full of robots, people who are unconscious, who don't know what's going on with the world. And now this world, this 3D matrix is breaking down, and now we're literally seeing it in the skies. I keep telling you guys, these are very interesting times to be alive. Keep your eyes to the skies because you're always going to see something miraculous. So that was Brazil, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level of these topics, y'all. We end this shift and we getting it. Peace in.
Oh, crazy stuff, man. Please leave your comments.
Oh, look! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's basically saying, follow me.
Come with me, baby. And
Oh, that is precious.
Hers look bigger.
They lost their mom and now they got a new mom.
We got a whole family.
Oh,
Oh, what a wonderful mom.
oh.
Look at them all.
I have never seen nothing like that in my life.
Oh man, that is good vibes. Yo.
I finally found some saw blade marks in this ancient temple. They had some sort of machine. You can see the blade lines as it was cutting through. And it's not just straight, it's kind of concave. Perfectly smooth. That's how they cut the insides. So smooth in there. It's the same thing I've seen in Peru. They had the same machines.
Oh man.
Yo, what? I did not hate you. Yo, y'all some scammers, bro. I got the whole shit on camera. Move.
Oh, what's up with that dog? Ha! Oh, look at this. Oh, this guy lives with this good vibes pet here. And looks like it's a big lizard. Oh my god. You see, from this side of the world, people are born fearing reptiles. You see? And not like this one, I know it's full of good vibes, but at some point it can freak me out. You see, man, when I was asleep and I wake up, I find this thing there. Oh my god. You see, I can freak out before I realize it's good vibes. You see? Anyway, it's incredible to see humans chilling with it. and even petting it, cuddling it. I'm even amazed this animal can understand love. You see, this is good vibes, man. Every day this one is suppressing us here with interesting stuff. And it's like this animal here can even make music. Oh my god. Some random animal. And then when you live in a bad neighborhood but you know everyone. Oh, look at this one taking a ride there with the crocs.
Nothing in this world is what you think it is. Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Government does not work the way you think it does.
It's not about people voting for a president.
No, it has nothing to do with that. We're talking money. We're talking control, corporations, big business, period.
It's all big business and money.
Period.
Yeah.
End of sentence. Now, religion is a corporation. It's all the religions of the Western world, especially in the Western world, all religions operate under maritime admiralty law. So there are certain...
What do you mean maritime admiralty law?
Maritime admiralty is the law of water. And I talk a lot about this in the past. I'm going to talk a lot about it in the future.
Okay.
There are only two things on the earth, on this earth, land and water.
Right.
So there are two kinds of law, the law of the land and the law of water. The law of the land is the custom of the people who live on a particular piece of land. So the law of the land is different in every country.
Right.
I mean, you can do things in Russia you can't do in America.
Right.
You can do things in South Africa you can't do in China because it's the law of the land. That particular piece of land has their own custom. So the custom of the people living on a particular piece of land is called the law of the land.
Okay, got it.
But there is also a larger, far more important law on the earth. It's called the law of the sea, the law of the water. And when you get into, and then that law is referred to in courts as maritime admiralty. Maritime admiralty is the law of water. Once you understand the law of water, it opens up a world of occult hidden symbols and hidden foundations on how we live.
What are some of those laws that we're not aware of?
Oh my goodness! When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on a court. You play tennis on a court.
Right.
Yeah. How do you play tennis on a court? You play with a racket. Come on. And so when the judge walks out, he rules from the bench. Right. Look it up in a Latin dictionary. The word bench is a bank in Latin.
Oh.
And so the judge is ruling for the bank. That's why he wears a black robe, because the black robe represents the planet Saturn, the god of banking and law. The black robe represents the planet Saturn, who in the ancient world was called Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Well, he is Lord of the Rings.
Right, there's rings.
And so women were told in the ancient world to listen to their god, so they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their god, so they wear a wedding ring. Because Saturn was Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And he is also the inhibitor. He was the one who holds you back. He represents government, banking, the police department, all kinds of institutions that are powerful that can hold you back. He was the inhibitor, the judge, the court, the government.
Oh man, yeah, we learn new stuff every day.
Okay, so this is the coolest snake I've ever seen. Does anybody know what this is?
Trust me, you do not want to get close to that thing. That is a very dangerous noodle called a gaboon viper. They move like a caterpillar, and at first glance, they look really slow, but don't let that fool you. They have one of the fastest strikes of all snakes. It's actually so fast that you can't see it with the naked eye. Not to mention the fact that they have 2-inch fangs, which are the largest fangs of any snake on Earth. And their venom causes your whole body to swell up and break out in blisters. You can also go into severe shock, and obviously it could be fatal. Moral of the story, if you ever run into a gaboon viper, admire it from a distance. A really far distance. And as always, follow for more facts.
Oh, see? I'm new to that one.
Put the foil in the boiling water and see what happens. That's better than anything. That's what rich people do and don't tell you. I bet you've never used aluminum foil in this way, but when you find out what it's used for, you'll certainly rush to do it, because it's a simple tip, but I guarantee it will be very useful. To begin with, put a liter of water in a saucepan and turn on the heat to medium. Then add half a spoonful of baking soda. We'll also add half a spoonful of sugar and now a spoonful of alcohol vinegar. Now mix well to coat the two ingredients and then leave until it starts to boil. Meanwhile, take a roll of aluminum foil and cut off a small piece. Then cut 4 pieces, just like I'm doing. And I'm doing this because we're going to make some foil balls. 4 is enough. And here the water has already started to boil, so now throw the foil balls into the water. And you're probably wondering, what's the point of that, right? Would you like to make your silverware look as good as new? Make your silverware shine like new. If your cutlery is already old and dull, this tip will help you a lot. Put all the pieces in a saucepan and boil for 10 minutes. You can then use the cutlery that contains plastic. However, it has to be good quality plastic, like mine, which is made to withstand high temperatures, okay? Now put everything in the pan and leave it for 10 minutes. The chemical reaction of the aluminum foil with the ingredients will remove impurities and dirt from the cutlery. Once the time has elapsed, you can turn off the heat and wash as normal with water and detergent, and you'll see a big difference in your cutlery. It will look as good as new. It's simply wonderful, and you can repeat this process whenever you want. Just remember to give it at least 20 days. As you can see, it restores its former shine. My cutlery was very dull, now I do this and it brings back all the shine. I don't need to buy new ones or throw them away, just do this amazing trick. If your cutlery is already old and dull, this tip will help you a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you all.
Oh, that is interesting. You see? Did you know that? Oh, another nurse knew something, you see? And it's good vibes. Just myself, I didn't know that. And I've realized if it is indeed true and it works, only that it takes some few 20 days, it's good. You see? Some good hack, man. Good vibes. You see, for some human to invent this, they must have had some hard time cleaning them. And someone said the earth was flat. Let's see. So if someone else is saying otherwise. Let's see what this someone that is saying someone said that is trying to say. And it's like this person is saying the earth is spherical. What do you think this person is trying to imply here? Good people of earth, you see? It's like these guys have gone beyond the skies, above the earth. And now where they are, they can see the whole earth as a ball. Oh, they must be very far. You see, this ones, they must be very far. You see? Do you think that is true, good people of earth? Please leave your comments.
Yeah, somebody discovered this colossal crab after it washed up on the shore. Are y'all seeing this crab? This crab is bigger than a human. This really goes to show y'all that it's life forms that's bigger than what we think that's inside the ocean. Look at this big ass crab. This don't make no sense. Somebody discovered a giant shrimp that washed up to another shore. Like I said, we have giant life forms that is inside of the sea that we don't know about. This shrimp is the size of a man. Y'all seeing this shit. And I know some of y'all big hungry selves thinking clouded with a chance of meatball and looking for the garlic butter. It just goes to open your eyes. It's bigger life forms out there in the ocean than we expect. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on these giant creatures washing up on shore in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content. Hit that business email if y'all trying to work.
Oh, looks like someday we even see SpongeBob brought to the show.
Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that we have been It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect the secret. Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence.
The biggest takeaway for folks to understand is that things are happening on it's not a disclosure, it's a scheduled dissemination. And so certain things have to be set up before other things can be revealed.
Now, does the military know how to do this and all? Yes, they have known for a long time. Do the civilians know how? No. It's a time-released schedule. Is it now? Can I release it? Yes.
What was that device at the front called?
Because going back to disclosure is a process, and all the work that you've done since 2017, you and your team, am I wrong to have sensed a little bit of urgency in this as well?
There is a sense of urgency because, people said, well, why now? Well, because it's not on our time scale, not on our timeline. It's not up to us. They're here, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. They're here. The question is why? What's the purpose? We need to start asking ourselves some pretty direct questions about this topic. There is a sense of urgency because every day that we fail to acknowledge and recognize what's really going on, we stay in the veil of darkness. This is real. This is here. This is now. Our country has already acknowledged. I hate to say this, but disclosure's already happened. We now have the acknowledgement from former and current directors of national intelligence and CIA and presidents and everybody says, yeah, it's real. It's here.
That's
right.
A scary thing.
Well, I think the dialogue we're having now in this country, even with the recent legislation that passed through the legislature and is on its way up to the president's desk, even with that, we're kind of preparing the U.S. population, at least, and by extension, the world population, into that reality that there is a presence here. And that we need to explain this presence, because if they show up and we continue to do what we did before in previous decades, and they show up, there will be mass panic. But if you understand that these are real, and we have 5 years from 2022, or maybe now 4 years, if they come in 2027, for the U.S. government to prepare the people about what is up there. And in many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027, and we better be prepared. And if not, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do.
If our guys are going to, our representatives are going to actually start using the phrase non-human intelligence, they're not doing that, as you point out, because it's a lark. They're doing it because they've heard something that makes them believe right now that there is non-human intelligence. The second part of this that disturbs me, though, is there seems to be a rush to now try to talk about it. So after years and years and years, decades and decades and decades, where this has all been kind of pushed aside and nobody dared speak the word alien or extraterrestrial, let alone non-human intelligence, now they're all starting to do it. And they're doing it fast. And they're talking about hearings that we'll be talking about in a moment that are coming up fast. And they're going to have some shocking things in them. And the only thing I can think of is there's got to be a reason why the powers that be in Washington, D.C. are starting to say we need to actually say the words out loud, and we need to get language in right now to get this taken care of. And I'm concerned, Ross, that at the end of the day, the only thing that would make a politician do that and act in that sort of enhanced way where they're in a hurry is that there's some bad news involved in this. And I don't know exactly what it is. And I know that you don't know exactly what it is. People are talking. It's hard to sort out what the sources mean or don't mean. But, as I said, Chuck Schumer was and has been a cautious man in many cases. And I don't think he'd be talking like this and pushing this if he didn't think there was a fire behind his back pushing him to do so.
Look, I've got a pretty clear idea of what the government knows,
and I
Yes,
can
you do.
understand why they're moving to expedite. Yes, there is a constraint of time. The government knows that it really does have to tell the truth to the public after years of treating the subject with derision and ridicule.
But responsible decisions need to be made here. They need to be made. And that's why I believe this C3, this UFO C3 organization that we're talking about putting together, you know, we're talking about it right now, the Institute for Preparing Our Human Family for Contact. You know, that's what this is. This is an actual preparation of our human family for contact with an extraterrestrial civilization.
Oh man, that's interesting, man, and a lot of information. Just like all that has passed in those videos, you see. And I'd like you to leave a comment of what you think about them. Thanks for watching up to this far, man. For hitting the like button, even the super thanks, grabbing some merchandise there. It's good vibes. Respect to yourself, man. Much love. Thanks to these guys that have been hitting the comment section. You see, it's like soon I'll start hitting 3 every day and pick up 3 people. You see, at least that way we can move forward together as well. What do you think? You guys leave comments there. Hit the like button. You see, it doesn't cost a thing. You see, and instead you will just get good vibes from the universe. And God will bless you. Much love to you guys. Much love to Josie, Marina. Much love to MJ Stinson. Much love to everybody in the comment section. Goodbye, man. Keep it tuned for some 5 episodes that will be coming your way soon. Goodbye. Lots of love. Till we meet again, man. Goodbye. Lots of love.